Hi, welcome to Chrysostom Ministry. My name is Xander, and look, if you're a Catholic high school student preparing to give a talk or lead a retreat, you have come to the right place. And I am just so beyond excited to begin this journey with you. So I'm a student here at the Catholic University of America. I'm recently graduated from high school. I graduated from CBC High School in St. Louis, Missouri. And it was really in high school that I fell in love with the Lord and was so privileged to be a campus ministry leader alongside some of the best friends I've ever made in my life. And it was really in that environment that I received some amazing formation, was given so many opportunities to lead and speak at events, and was just like, yeah, this is awesome. And so really through this series, I'm going to be conveying the experiences, the stories, and the little tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way to you in hopes that you can use them to benefit your campus ministry or youth group environments. Okay, so you're probably wondering, like, Chrysostom ministry, like Chrysostom, like what's going on here? Like, Xander, you picked a name that I can't even say. Okay, I can barely say it, and I'm probably going to screw it up multiple times, but Chrysostom ministry comes from St. John Chrysostom, who was an early church father in the 300s, and he was Bishop of Antioch, and this dude was like solid when it comes to preaching and speaking. And the name Chrysostom like means golden tongue, and it's so cool. So I wanted to pick him. It's an awesome name, but I think there's a lot that we can learn from St. John Chrysostom, and we're going to be looking at some of the things that he said while also looking at guidance from Fulton Sheen, from St. Pope John Paul II, and many others as we begin. So let's get right into it. Crafting a personal witness talk, a guide for Catholic teens. Let's just address really quick what this is not, okay? This is not how to become the next mainstream Catholic speaker, Father Mike Schmitz, like become Fulton Sheen, become JP2, like no. Like those guys are wonderful, we love them. I could probably go on and on about my favorite Catholic speakers and why I love them, but the church needs you right now, as you are, as a high school student, to convey the ways that Christ has impacted you in your life. Because believe it or not, those are actually the talks that impact people the most. Not whenever you're trying to become this like next wonderful speaking, because what's so wonderful about ministry and speaking like on a retreat is that it doesn't have to be like perfect. Like it's not about this performance of doing like the best you can as a speaker, but it's really about taking time with the Lord, developing your idea, and then conveying the ways that the Lord has impacted you. Because one thing to really keep in mind is that like this person's path to holiness, the mission that Christ has put forth for this person is not the same as mine. And that's wonderful. Like it would kind of be really boring if everybody's mission was exactly the same. Like yes, we're all called to be saints. That's a wonderful thing, but we're saints in our own unique way because the Lord has given us our own unique experiences, gifts, and talents. And it's absolutely wonderful. Like one of my favorite things ever is to just sit and talk to someone and learn about the ways that Christ has worked in their life and like the experiences of faith that they've had. It's so wonderful. And that's why like I love the lives of the saints, because like that's what it's like, you're having a conversation with a saint and you're like, hey, like what's Christ done in your life? And the saint's like, oh, let me tell you here. So that's what this is. It's not so much we're not mimicking others. We're not trying to like become exactly like all these saints. Like we are pursuing holiness together, but it's looking to their example and then striving to figure out and discern what it is the Lord wants for us and how we can use our gifts and talents in the unique walk of life that we have. So we're going to go into all of this into a 3-part series focused on preparation, delivery, and reflection. So preparation, we're going to look at things like, what does it mean to prepare with prayer? Like people say, oh, we got to like pray with your topic. Like, what does that actually mean? And then further, how do I address my audience? And then like, what does it mean to like outline a talk well or give a talk well? What are those factors that like help speakers speak really well? And in the delivery side, we're going to look at like what should I consider when speaking at something? Or how do I overcome the fear of speaking? Because believe it or not, that's actually like the #1 reason why people don't give a talk. It's not because they don't know things. It's not because they don't have a story to tell, but it's because they're scared to do it. So how do we wrestle with that? And then in the reflection stage, we're going to be looking at things like, what lessons can I learn? Or what process of reflection can I do after a talk? Or how do I overcome the issue of pride? All of these things we're going to look at throughout this series. But you're probably sitting there wondering right now, like, look, Xander, I'm a high school student. I I can't really do this. You're probably wondering, like, what even is a personal witness talk? Like, why should I care about this? Why should I give a talk? What is Catholic leadership? And ultimately, is any of this even possible at my age? And I just want to say, well, one, this is definitely possible at your age. Like, the church needs you. As St. Pope John Paul II says, like, you aren't the future of the church. You're the now of the church. And I've definitely kind of encountered all of these questions in my life. And so really through this, it'll be conveying the ways that I have encountered these questions and then the ways that the Lord has kind of spoken to me in those. And so this is just going to be awesome. I'm super, super excited to share this with all of you. So also, like, send in whatever questions, whatever topics you want covered, and I'd be happy to work them into videos because, like, maybe I have a plan for this so far, maybe I don't, maybe I've only written a couple things, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just beyond excited, like I said, to begin this with you. Stay tuned for more on crafting a personal witness talk, a guide for Catholic teens. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow the Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Or just, like, tell your friend, like, hey, dude, there's this guy on YouTube, and he's, like, talking about speaking from a Catholic perspective, and, like, we have to give talks at retreats this year. Like, do you want to, like, see what this is? And just, like, join us for this journey. I'm super duper excited for this. So thank you, God bless, and stay tuned for our next video, Preparing with Prayer.